Mike Huckabee. Governor, what do you make, first off, of this issue of the Mitt Romney Mormonism thing, and whether that could have come back or did come back to be yet another negative piled on top of the tax return thing, the Bain thing? Should he address it?
You know, I would like to believe that that's not the issue. 4 years ago, I was accused of making it an issue. It wasn't for me then. It isn't for me now. I would no more not vote for someone because they were Mormon than I would vote for somebody like Al Gore because he's a Baptist, for heaven's sakes. I mean, I think that that's a ridiculous reason to vote or not vote for someone unless they've done something that's, you know, so wacky, like, mix the blood of little children together in a public ceremony. Well, obviously, we've had some great Mormon public officials. One of my favorites is Mike Leavitt, the longtime governor of Utah, former HHS secretary. We've had some magnificent people. So that shouldn't be it.
And I feel the same way about Harry Reid, I'm sure. But go ahead.
No, but okay. I dislike Harry Reid's politics with nothing to do with his Mormonism. I mean, that's the whole point. If Al Gore is a Baptist, I'm certainly not going to vote for him. I don't care if I sit next to him in church. That's just not going to happen.
So
because,
do you think there is
maybe
a
we'll
moment...
sit together in heaven, but not here on earth.
Okay. But I wonder if there is a reason, even though he did address this issue in 2008, did he do it effectively enough? Did he do it to the degree that John Kennedy did, taking on his Catholicism in 1960? Many argue that it wasn't a compelling enough or clear enough speech. Maybe it is an issue. Maybe it only became an issue in this conservative of states, and that it's not going to be something he has to address and move on to some of the more pressing economic matters, which, by the way, were far more pressing in South Carolina anyway. But what do you make of that?
Well, I don't think he needs to necessarily have a big speech and focus entirely on it. I do think he ought to address it, but he ought to address it in a very calm and just thoughtful way in which he just says, look, all of us have different points of view when it comes to faith. I'm not going to try to tell you how to believe, how to worship. I'm running for president. I want to turn around the country. How you turn around your spiritual life, that's called repentance, and take that up with your preacher, your priest, or your rabbi. I want to turn this country around. I think he can do that and sort of dismiss it, make it less important. And that's certainly what he's got to do. But I do think what's happening in South Carolina tonight has a lot more to do with two things. One, revealing the volatility of the voters who just haven't really settled on anybody. I mean, 1 week it's Santorum, then it's Romney, then it's Gingrich, it's Ron Paul. You know, there's sort of a constant, let's go to Baskin-Robbins and each week pick out a different flavor. And really, the best thing that happened to Newt Gingrich, and Newt ought to get on the phone tonight, call John King and say, where can I take you for the best dinner you've ever had in your life? That's what he ought to do.